Hi everyone, welcome to Belvoir Lettings Northwich and Congleton. We're here today at Mosshaselhurst Solicitors in Northwich, and I have Melissa Hamilton here with us to answer a few questions to help all our viewers. So without further ado, hi Melissa, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. And yourself, James?
Very good, thank you, yes. So first question, Melissa. As a residential landlord of one or more properties, do I need to get a will organised if I haven't already got one?
We recommend that everyone has a will. If you don't have a will, I don't know how much viewers will know, but what would happen is the rules of intestacy don't apply. What that is a strict line according to law as to who would inherit based on a person's family situation. A lot of times families don't get along or they have step families, and it's just vitally important that you leave your loved ones what you want and where it wants to go. So everyone needs a will no matter what the circumstances.
Thank you very much. Second question is, how can I protect myself against the possibility of losing capacity and being unable to manage my own affairs?
So the simple answer to that is get a lasting power of attorney prepared whilst you've got the capacity to do so. If you didn't have capacity, anyone can apply to the Court of Protection for a deputyship for you. That could be the local authority if you're in care, or loved ones that you might not necessarily want to deal with your affairs. But if you appoint someone under a power of attorney, they're the named people that will be able to manage your affairs on your behalf. So it is just vitally important. There is also another type of power of attorney called health and welfare, and that manages your health and welfare needs, so care homes, doctors, that sort of thing. So we advise all clients to have both types. So for landlords, obviously the financial one's more important, but equally so health and welfare and who you'd want to manage that as well.
Thanks for that response. Next question is, if a tenant falls into rent arrears, is it straightforward to recover the arrears and get them out of the property?
It all depends on timescales. At the moment, the courts are now catching up, so it is straightforward and there are procedures to be followed. There's what's called a Section 8 procedure, which can often be quicker. Section 8 notice period is currently 2 weeks, and then you can make an application to the court. Whereas if the tenant isn't at fault, there's a Section 21 procedure which can be a bit longer and a bit more drawn out. So the quickest route where there are significant rent arrears is the Section 8 route, because you can make the application to court sooner rather than later. I personally dealt with a case during the pandemic where there was about 6 to 8 months worth of rent arrears, and because of the pandemic, it dragged on a lot longer than it would have in normal times. Unfortunately, 3 failed eviction dates later, we did eventually manage to get them out, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, but our advice to landlords is definitely act sooner rather than later, because you'll definitely stop yourself a lot of heartache and a lot of rent arrears further down the line.
Yes, brilliant, thank you very much. Next question is, what can I do to protect myself against rent arrears?
There are certain types of insurance that will protect against rent arrears, and I'm sure you guys advise your landlords against insurances that protect against that.
We do, yes. Yeah.
So it's more so getting that protection, because then you can get your rent arrears paid for by the insurance companies, as opposed to then being out of pocket really. Also having the correct tenancy agreements drawn up provides you with a lot more fixed sort of issues, protecting yourself against issues really.
Yes, thanks very much for that. And last question, Melissa, how does a solicitor become involved at the purchase stage of a residential buy-to-let?
So solicitors usually become involved at a very early stage of the transaction. So as soon as offers have been accepted, we'd advise everyone to get the solicitor sorted, because then all the paperwork's initially in place, and when things are ready to be concluded, it's all there, all sorted straight from the off. So as soon as an offer's been accepted really is when you want to start instructing your solicitors.
Well, thanks very much for those answers, Melissa, very comprehensive. So to all the viewers out there, if you've got any questions on what's been raised in today's interview, please feel free to contact us on the number on the screen below, and we'll be delighted to take any questions that you might have. Thanks for watching.